Imagine twins so inseparable, they don't just finish each other's sentences, they practically erase the existence of everyone else around them. June and Jennifer Gibbons weren't your typical twins. They didn't just have a close bond, they created their own world, complete with a secret language, an eerie psychic connection, and a pact that would leave psychologists scratching their heads for decades. Born in 1963 to Caribbean immigrants in Wales, June and Jennifer didn't exactly have the easiest start. Their father was stationed with the Royal Air Force, and the family moved frequently. But it wasn't just the constant uprooting that isolated them. Growing up as some of the only Black children in their schools, the twins faced relentless bullying, which pushed them even deeper into their own little bubble. And when I say bubble, I mean no one was allowed in. Not teachers, not classmates, not even their parents. They developed a private language, an unintelligible mix of English and Creole spoken so quickly it sounded alien. They walked in perfect sync, moved their heads at the same time, and refused to interact with anyone outside their twin connection. Teachers called them unresponsive. Classmates thought they were creepy. Everyone else was just confused. But here's the twist. They weren't silent with each other. Behind closed doors, the twins were chatterboxes. They'd spend hours talking, writing, and creating elaborate stories. Their notebooks were filled with novels about troubled characters and wild crimes, stories that could have been pulled straight from the pages of a thriller. It was their escape, their way of creating a world where they weren't judged or ridiculed. Still, their bond wasn't all sunshine and synchronized walking. Their diaries revealed a darker side. June wrote about feeling trapped by Jennifer, describing her as controlling and overbearing. Jennifer, meanwhile, saw June as weak and ungrateful. Their love for each other was intense, but so was their rivalry. It was as if they were locked in a psychological cage, unable to live apart but barely surviving together. In their late teens, the twins decided they were done living quietly. They wanted excitement, danger, something to shake up their lives, so they turned to crime. They started small, petty theft and vandalism, but it wasn't long before they upped the ante. One night, they set a piece of equipment on fire near a tractor dealership, causing major damage. And instead of feeling remorse, they seemed exhilarated. The authorities didn't know what to do with them. During their trial, the twins' behavior baffled everyone in the courtroom. They wouldn't speak, wouldn't defend themselves, wouldn't even look at the judge. Their strange demeanor led to an unusual sentence: indefinite detention at Broadmoor Hospital, a high-security psychiatric facility known for housing some of Britain's most dangerous individuals. Now, if you're thinking this might have been the wake-up call they needed, think again. Broadmoor was like throwing gasoline on an already out-of-control fire. The twins were kept in separate wards, but their connection only seemed to grow stronger. Nurses reported chilling incidents: the twins freezing mid-action in identical poses, refusing food on alternate days, and displaying behaviors that defied explanation. It wasn't just uncanny, it was downright spooky. The one person who managed to get through to them was Marjorie Wallace, a journalist who began visiting them regularly. Over time, she earned their trust, and the twins began to open up. Wallace uncovered the full extent of their toxic relationship. They described their bond as a life-or-death struggle, each twin feeling like they couldn't survive without the other, but also like they couldn't live freely together. And then came the revelation that stunned Wallace. The twins believed that one of them would have to let go for the other to thrive. They had made a pact. One twin would die so the other could finally live. In 1993, after more than a decade in Broadmoor, the twins were approved for a transfer to a lower security facility. During the drive to their new location, something shocking happened. Jennifer, who had shown no prior health issues, suddenly became unresponsive. By the time they arrived, she was gone. The official cause was heart inflammation, but no one could explain how or why it had happened. After Jennifer's passing, something extraordinary occurred. June began to speak, not just a few words, but full conversations. She told Wallace that Jennifer's death had been part of their pact, a decision they had made together. Whether it was psychological, spiritual, or something beyond explanation, Jennifer's death seemed to free June from the silence that had defined their lives. June went on to live a quiet, solitary life, far removed from the chaos of her younger years. But the story of the silent twins remains as captivating and haunting as ever. Their lives have been the subject of books, documentaries, and even films, each one trying to unravel the mystery of their bond. The case of June and Jennifer Gibbons isn't just about a unique twin connection. It's a story about the extremes of human relationships, the fine line between love and obsession, and the mysteries of the mind. Their silence spoke volumes, and their lives left behind questions we may never fully answer. Thanks for watching, and if you're as fascinated by tales like these as we are, make sure to stick around for more.